Welcome back to Running Shoes Guru. My name's Brandon and today I'm reviewing the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3. After years, Adidas has finally managed to catch up and overtake Nike in the super shoe department. In 2021, the Adios Pro family of shoes won more world marathon majors than any other shoe. Now, Adidas uses the term Adios Pro family of shoes because lots of professional runners still preferred to use the first version over the second version because of this chunk of the midsole that was cut out on the second version. This made it less stable than the original. Now, I'm a slight overpronator and I definitely found this version to be less stable than the original. Over the past 2 years, I've found the Adios Pro 1 and 2 extremely likable. To me, they had the perfect balance of cushioning and responsiveness, and their rides didn't feel jarring like other carbon-plated racers. The Adios Pro 3 has received a slew of new updates, including a new upper, a midsole, and outsole. It weighs 2 grams heavier than last year's version, so it's now 7.6 ounces or 215 grams. The heel stack height is still 39.5 millimeters, but the forefoot stack height has been increased by 2 millimeters. The drop has been reduced from 8.5 millimeters to 6.5 millimeters. The price, however, has increased by $25. The first version, if you can remember, was $200. The second version was $225, and now the third version costs $250. So in 2 short years, this shoe has increased by an astronomical $50 US. When I laced it up and walked around in it, I could feel the new, higher, more aggressive toe spring, and it felt like I was stepping off of a ledge, like the shoe was tipping me forward. And this sensation wasn't present in the last 2 versions. My first run was an interval speed workout, and it consisted of 600-meter intervals followed by shorter 200-meter intervals. The first thing that I noticed was how much softer it felt. In the forefoot, you get that extra 2 millimeters of foam, so it felt softer. And the heel also felt softer because they've removed the plate that was inside the first 2 versions in the heel. I was really impressed with the wide range of speeds that it felt good at. At warm-up pace, it felt more stable than the first 2 versions, and at sprinting, you could feel the more aggressive toe spring, so it was easier to increase my cadence. The Adios Pro 3 feels faster than its predecessors, and for me, that's the most important thing when it comes to a racing shoe update. The new, more aggressive toe spring gives you a similar forward tipping sensation to the Vaporfly Next Percent 2. And you can feel this as you transition from the midfoot to the forefoot. It's almost like the shoe is rolling you forward faster. You can feel this sensation most prominently at moderate speeds or faster, below 5 minutes per kilometer. The energy rod setup in this version is different to the last 2 versions. The last 2 versions had a plate and a separate energy rods component which started in the midfoot and extended all the way to the forefoot. But this new version has energy rods which start in the heel and extend all the way to the forefoot. So transitions feel more seamless, and the heel and the forefoot also feel more consistent, so transitions feel a lot smoother. I really enjoy doing long runs in the Adios Pro 3 because the cushioning feels bottomless and the efficiency from the midsole geometry is incredible. My legs always feel fresh after running it. My favorite new feature of the Adios Pro 3 is the improved stability, which comes from the wider base. This makes long distance runs feel much more comfortable, and it also makes it easier to do cornering and U-turns during workouts. On the outsole, you get extra rubber coverage, so there's a little bit more durability. There's extra rubber on this midfoot section, and there's a plastic piece now on the medial side of the rear foot. Now, they've still used this really thin, textured kind of rubber, so you have to use the Adios Pro 3 very sparingly and exclusively for races. I found that traction is good for the first couple hundred of kilometers, but as soon as it starts to smoothen, it becomes very slippery and it loses traction. There's still a midfoot cutout of foam here that exposes the energy rods, but this isn't as bothersome as the last version because of the wider forefoot and rear foot, which improves stability. When it comes to the upper of the Adios Pro 3, the insides are really scratchy, so don't wear your expensive socks in the Adios Pro 3. It feels comfortable when you're running, but as soon as you take your shoe off, you can hear and you can feel it pulling at your sock. It's almost like Velcro on your sock. The fit of the Adios Pro 3 has improved. With the Adios Pro 2, I had to go down a half size, but the Adios Pro 3 fits me true to size. It has a narrow heel, midfoot, and toe box with a spacious forefoot. There's no heel counter, but overall foot lockdown is still excellent. And the heel tab, you can either lift up or pull down, but it doesn't make a difference to the ride of the shoe. The tongue is flat and it's not gusseted, so you have to hold it in place when you put your foot in the shoe, or else the tongue will fold over. The Adios Pro 3 is a substantial upgrade over the Adios Pro 2. It's not lighter, but it's improved in every other aspect. It's softer, more cushioned, it feels faster, and it's more stable. So far, the Adios Pro 3 is the best super shoe I've tested this year. And if I was going to run a marathon tomorrow, I'd pick the Adios Pro 3. It manages to balance comfort with speed and efficiency. So it's the perfect racing cruiser. The only things that I don't like about it are that it chews up socks, it costs a lot more than its predecessors, and durability also isn't great, so you have to save it for races and key workouts. If you've run in all the versions of the Adios Pro, let us know down in the comment section which one is your favorite. Thanks for watching the review, and please remember to like the video and subscribe to Running Shoes Guru.